wait till some people come on in. If y'all wonder why I'm just sitting here not saying nothing, I'm waiting. What'd you say? It'll be dark by the time we make it home. We'll do it tomorrow. Most I will. Well, I ain't gonna say we'll do it tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow, okay? Shalom, shalom, y'all. I'm driving right now. But I just had something I was sitting here thinking. And I just wanted to come on here and say. So, I'm gonna wait. I can't see no comments. No comments is popping up, but I ain't gonna even wait on comments because it ain't even about that. I just got something I need to say. Jacqueline, I hope I said that right. Shalom, shalom, love. Keandra, shalom, shalom, my beautiful sister. How art thou? Okay. So, you know, submit to him. Why? I had to get y'all attention because, you know, a lot of people is big on this submit thing. So I had to put something out there to get y'all attention because I really need y'all to hear this. Because it was really on my spirit to say. But, so I'm gonna say it. Anywho, so I'm sitting here thinking or whatever, and I'm just like, you know, amongst the women, a lot of the topic is about submission or whatever, and a lot of women feel like they shouldn't submit. But I'm gonna start off for one of saying this ain't based off of what I'm seeing. This ain't based off of none of it. This is based off of my personal experience. Submission is better. Oh my God, it feels so much better than rebellion, and I'm gonna say that. And this goes as for the single sisters and the married sisters, and so that's my number one statement that I want to make. Submission is so much better than rebellion, and I am saying this based off experience. That submission, and I will say it again, submission is so much better. To me, feels so much better than rebellion because I was on both sides of the fence, so to speak. You know, I had a husband. I was being rebellion, no matter because I didn't agree with certain things, or I felt like he was doing this, blah, 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 whatever, you know, but I was being rebellious. But being in submission has taught me so much and has humbled me so much that I felt like I needed to share it with you. So, I would say that. Anywho, so I was sitting here thinking, I'm just like, dang, you know, lately I've been scrolling, and this is not to point out nobody. This is not to, you know, throw shots. Low key, I am throwing shots. You know, I ain't gonna even stunt. You know, I'm one person that I am 100% transparent. I don't hide. I don't, you know, if I feel like I don't want something out there, I will just shut up. You know, or if I feel like I want something out there, I'll speak up. And this is one of those moments where I feel like I need to speak up. I've been seeing a lot of sisters downing submission. You know, calling you know, the sisters that submit to their husbands, or even submit to the Most High. And matter of fact, I'll make this so much easier for y'all. I won't even put this as so much as like we're submitting to our husband. And forgive me if I'm looking all around. I'm literally on the road driving, so I have to pay attention to my surroundings or whatever. But I'll even exclude this from submitting to your husband, and I'll even make this as submitting to the Most High, because that's what I feel like the shots are thrown at. Because when you speak of submission, it's not just about submitting to a fleshly man. It's about submitting to the Most High, because when you're submitting to that fleshly man, whom is your husband, you're submitting to the Most High, period. So I'll say submitting to the Most High. You know, a lot of statements I've seen thrown out there, and I wasn't going to speak on this or whatever, but honestly, I kid y'all not, this was literally as I'm driving, this was the message that was given to me, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. The Most High's like, you're going to do it. So here I am on live, on the road, doing this. But a lot of women have a problem with submission, and the reason I am here to talk about that is because I was a woman that had a problem with submission, and I didn't know that. I felt like because I didn't agree with this, or I didn't agree. Hey, you have to sit down. What are you getting? The water? Go ahead and get a juice and then sit down. I felt like that's not right. I shouldn't submit to that. Or, you know, like whatever I didn't agree with, I feel like that was a reason. Okay, well, go ahead and go over. I feel like that was a reason for me not submitting. That's not a reason. And like I say, I want to say that a lot of women have a problem with submitting to their husband, but a lot of women are not married. So I will say a lot of women have a problem with submitting to the Most High, because submitting to your husband takes a great play in submitting to the Most High. So submission feels so much better than being rebellious. And why do I say this? Because when you submit, it means that you're submitting to the Bible. You're being submission to the Bible. You're being righteous or whatever like that. And I see a lot of, I ain't gonna even say a lot of people, you know, I won't call names, I won't do none of that, because this is really not about that. It's literally that was placed on my heart to say. Being transparent. I'm being very transparent. A lot of women that are in submission are being called robots, or dumb, or naive, or foolish. Oh, I got so many names. I won't even get off into that. And honestly, I was there. That's why I'm able to speak on this. It doesn't have anything to do with that. It's being righteous. It's stepping into your womanly purpose of who you are. So how do I put this without being, you know, give me a minute, y'all. I want to put it in a way where I'm not attacking anybody, or, you know, I don't want to make anybody feel offended or anything like that. And as I stated, I'm looking around because I'm driving. I'm on the road headed back home, and I have to watch my surroundings. Can y'all hear me though? If y'all can hear me, say something. You know, I want to make sure y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I don't want to keep talking and then I'm not able to be heard. Okay, I see some yes. That's all I need. Okay, so
reported ahead.
There's a police. Okay, let me slow down. Okay, so what I'm saying is, a lot of people think submission is being foolish, robot, dummy, naive. I can go on and on and on. But I am here to tell you that when I made my transition over into being like, you know what, this is what the Most High require of me, this is the woman I'm required to be, it feels so much better than being rebellious. And I don't feel stupid, I don't feel naive, I don't feel any of that. I feel complete, I feel whole, I feel like I am literally now walking in my purpose as a woman, because I am being submissive. And I'm not being submissive in a naive way. I am being submissive until the Most High, because Proverbs 31 clearly us how we are supposed to be. The Bible literally explains to us how we're supposed to be as women, as people, period. So you have to think of what that non-submissive thing comes with. It comes with rebellion. We feel like, oh, I don't agree with that, so I don't have to, you know, whatever. And like, oh, how do I put this? It's like trying to put it in a way where, man, it's so hard nowadays to talk to Israel to where we're not trying to offend or anything like that, when we're not even supposed to even care about when it comes to the Bible. But whatever. I can't read comments. I'm driving. I will not read comments. I'm not even supposed to be on live, y'all. But I had to come out and say this. Like, my main purpose of saying this was me as a person. I've been there. I've done that. I've been rebellious to my husband. I've been like, didn't agree with certain things, and I felt like because I didn't agree with it, that I was justified for my actions just because I didn't agree with it, whether it was wrong or whether it was right. My actions were still not justified. And me going over scriptures and me getting deep into scriptures, whether I agree with it or not, whether it was wrong or right, my actions to that's why scripture says be angry and sin not. Because whether you feel like, whether it's wrong or not, say it was wrong. Okay, let's say that. Let's say it was wrong or whatever. Whether it was wrong and you're angry about it, okay, be angry, sin not. But then your sin comes into play when you take action over that and you act out in a certain way because of that sin that was committed against you. Now, I have committed a sin. So now we both are wrong. So now we both not getting anywhere. And that's why it's so important. And I'm speaking as far as women. I don't have nothing to do with men. I don't have nothing to do with that. I'm speaking as women. Whether you feel like your head or your husband or whatever, even as unmarried women, when you're dealing with day-to-day basics and people, whether you feel like they're wrong or not, it is your actions that determines you. It is your actions that determine your character. And like I say, I'm speaking based off experience. Like, man, I can't even express this enough. Once I came into the realizations of not allowing people or things to trigger me and to make me act out in certain ways that I knew wasn't justifiable, it just feels so much better. That's, oh God, I can't even explain it. I'm sitting here thinking, and this is what led to this live. I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm just like, I'm like, dang, you know, I've seen a lot of posts lately about submission. I'm just like, dang, a lot of people got a lot of problem with submission or whatever like that. I'm just like, I don't even understand how good it feels to submit to your husband. Like me, I'll say, submitting to my husband, it feels so good to just like if he say this and he say that and I'm obeying, and that feels so good. If the Most High say this and the Most High say that and you obey that, that feels so good. And like I say, forgive me if I'm looking all around. I'm not reading y'all comments or anything like that because I'm driving, but this message had to come out. Rebellion is not the way to go. Rebellion is, in my opinion, it's the lake of fire. Like, seriously, it does not feel good to be in rebellion, because the moment you're in rebellion, you know you're in rebellion, because the moment you be rebellious and you do some off stuff, and after you get pissed off and you do what you do, you go back in your corner or your closet or your sacred space or whatever you go, and you get to thinking, and that stuff weighs heavy on your heart, and you like, oh my God, I messed up. Oh, I said that. Oh, I did that. You know, me, I am a witness to that. I don't care what nobody say. You can call me a robot. You can call me dummy. I'm submitting to my husband regardless. Or I'm submitting to the Most High regardless. Because that feels so much better than being rebellious. I cannot express that enough. I don't care what nobody say. It weighs so much heavy. It weighed heavy on me to be rebellious. And I didn't even know I was being rebellious. I just knew I don't agree with that. Whatever. I'm not listening to that. That's off. That shit don't make sense. Blah, blah, blah. But in the midst of me saying all of that, when I got home and I got in my corner, I got to thinking, even though I didn't agree with that, ooh, I acted that way. Oh my God, that made me look like this. That made me look like that. So regardless, to right or wrong, if you in the wrong situation and you know for a fact that person is wrong, your action is going to determine the whole situation. The way you act is going to determine the whole situation. So I'm here to tell y'all, sisters, all y'all sisters that's speaking against us women being submissive to our husband, in which we are really being submissive to the Most High, because to obey our husband means we are obeying the Most High. I don't know what to tell you, sister. You better pray that you make it to the kingdom, because all of that rebellion stuff, that ain't gonna get you nowhere. Single sisters, be submissive to the Most High. And that doesn't mean I ain't got no head, so I ain't gotta listen to you. Or I ain't got no head, so I ain't gotta do this, I ain't gotta do that. You know how you supposed to act. You know how you supposed to carry yourself. The women that are married, don't let no woman ever tell you your husband doing this, even if he is off. We got many scriptures, many stories in the Bible telling us how to act when our husband is off. You didn't see neither one of them sisters acting rebellious. Abigail in the ball, if I'm saying that right, don't quote me. Anywho, you didn't see her act off nan time, and she was still favored by the Most High. So my main message in this all is submission feels so much better than being rebellious. You'll be at peace. You'll be at peace with yourself, because you know nobody could ever put you in a position that, oh, she was wicked though. He did this to her, he did that to her, but I don't know, because it's hard to believe because she was acting wicked. Or that sister did this to her, that sister did, I don't know, because she was acting wicked. You will never be able to be put in situations like that if you are always being submissive. When I say being submissive, many women think submissive. No, when you're being submissive, whether you have a husband or not, whether you have a husband, because that husband has to be submissive to the Most High. So if you're being submissive to that husband, who are you being submissive to? The Most High. Period. So like I say, hey, to me, I don't care what nobody say. Call me a robot, call me foolish, call me naive. If my husband say this, if my husband say that, if he ain't telling me to go against whatever the Most High tell me, I'm doing it. Period. No, I don't have it. It's at the house. But that's all I gotta say. That's all I wanted to say. Is for those of you who have a problem with submission, point blank, period, you have a problem with the Most High, period. And that's all I'm gonna say. And I'm gonna get off this phone, y'all, because it's getting dark, the sun is setting, and I don't want to be on this phone on this road like this. I love y'all indeed and in truth. Shalom.